this episode of Large Person Wanderings, we're here at the Ghost Town Wild West Museum in Colorado Springs. So inside this museum, they've got a neat replica of what a real Wild West town would have looked like in the various shops, and they've got many artifacts from it, so enjoy the tour. See what the main street looks like here. Here we can see what a general store looks like and how they would have been laid out and what some of the various products they would have been selling. Here we are outside a print shop and what an old Western newspaper office would have looked like with all the various print things that they would have used and the print dyes. Here we are at an old-fashioned barber shop and also a dentist office. Boy, I certainly wouldn't want my barber to be my dentist as well. Here we are in a blacksmith shop.
Same formula, muscle plus muscle, and will do the trick on everything in the blacksmithing trade.
Here we are at the jail, and here's our local panhandling vagrant. Here's what a pharmacy looked like. So here we are standing outside a cat house or a prostitution house. We get to see some of the rules of the house. Here we are standing outside a Wells Fargo bank. You can also see what an assayer's table would have looked like, where they would have measured gold and silver and such and traded you money for it.
No operation scale doesn't look like it has an occupation. Actually, it's my ears
Here's what a saloon would look like. Tell me, doing some old school phone action here. Here's an old school version of public transportation, otherwise known as the Stagecoach. You can see how cramped and tight those things would have been. Here's what a 1903 Cadillac looks like, which would have been a very fashionable vehicle at the time. Here's what a kitchen would have looked like from a typical original Victorian era homes. The dining room / parlor room area. The bedroom and children's nursery area. The master bedroom would have looked like. Here's a interesting stuffed bison from back in the time period. Here's a map of what the Colorado Midland Railroad would have looked like, which is where one of the remains of the buildings where this museum is housed in. Well, in this episode of Large Person Wanderings, Tommy and I checked out the Wild West Ghost Town Museum in Colorado Springs, which is next to the old Roundhouse. It was a neat little museum and had a fun little replica of what a Wild West town would have looked like in a 1880s Victorian era town would have looked like. It's a neat little museum. It's worth seeing. It's not particularly big, but I still would recommend it. And as always, thank you for joining us on another one of our journeys. And if you'd like us to film something else or have any other ideas for videos, please leave some comments below. And as always, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Have a good day. Jerome signing out.